Cecilia has used her extensive travels to add to her cooking expertise. The resulting South American, Central American Tex-Mex mixture is very appealing.
Hi, it's been a long, hot day, and I'm going to do some cooking, so why don't you come in and watch. I'm going to use the basic things that I have around my house. First of all, I always use some garlic with everything that I cook with. It's nice and spicy things. We're going to use some Latin American type of and Central American type of vegetables, the red onion, some avocados and the lime, things from Mexico, some cilantro, and of course some tomatoes, which is ripe right now. First of all, what I want you to know is that a lot of my cooking is done with leftovers. So what you're going to need for starters is going to be some leftover chicken and some black beans, which you can soak overnight. And I've done just that today. I got some black beans soaking. And 24-hour period is good for them to soak, and they get nice and soft. Another ingredient that we use in a lot of Latin American cooking is comino. And basically, it adds so much more taste to anything you put in. And it's just a really good herb to use. So I'm going to let my beans cook, and I'm going to show you how to make some pico de gallo. I don't really know where pico de gallo is from, but everybody seems to know how to make it, and so it's something that goes well with chips. It's always good to have some ripe tomatoes because that makes it obviously juicier. I wish this knife was a little bit sharper. I want to let you know that the black beans are from Central America and pretty much all over Mexico and Guatemala, Honduras. There's a tomato on the side. You're going to use your red onion. The black beans are used everywhere in Central America. Of course, if you go beyond Central America to Latin America, you won't find tortillas, which is where I'm from. Living in Texas has been a great experience for me because I've learned to use all these great recipes of Central American countries, as well as my own blend of Latin American cooking. So it's been really fun. My friends really enjoy all the taste to my cooking. I would say that I make things a little bit spicier. So pico de gallo also needs to have some serrano peppers. Now, you can use jalapenos if you want, and most Texans do. And they're just as tasty, but I prefer the serrano peppers. I need a sharper knife. As you see, just the color of that looks really nice. I'm going to get some garlic washed. In these hot days, you want to have as many things to go down well with your beer, and pico's just the thing. Now you can chop your garlic or you can mash your garlic. Like I say, I like my things a little spicy. So this is going to be our side dish here, and we're also going to use some avocado. Our main dish is going to be of the black beans and chicken. Your chicken you can boil, or you can roast it in the oven, or you can broil it. You can also put comino on the chicken, and what we're going to do is finish this up and then we'll move on to the chicken and the black beans. The avocado kind of calms things down with all those peppers in there, as you can see. Being in Texas, you can always assure yourself some good aguacates, which are, you know what those are, I hope. So there's our pico. Need to wash the cilantro. Now cilantro has a distinctive smell to it. When you go into the grocery store, they spell it some odd way. It's really spelled C-I-L-A-N-T-R-O. And it looks like parsley, kind of, but this is parsley. I want to show you. This is parsley, and this is cilantro. It's basically really a different leaf, but people do not see the difference. It's the smell that you want to go by. Cilantro is used in many things. For one, all over Mexico, I've seen it used in a lot of salsas. And in Central America, it's also used for a lot of meat dishes. I'll tell you what, in our house, the house always smelled like cilantro. So you knew you were coming over. Let me see if I can get some of this cleaned up. We can start with the chicken. So, like I said, what you want to do is try to have yourself a broiled chicken or a baked chicken, and just basically take the chicken apart and debone it. I want to get the best part. I'm going to get another bowl to layer it. This is like a layered dish, I guess. It's real quick and simple, as you can see. Just take the chicken and put it down in a bowl and just layer it down. I want you to know that chicken all over Latin America is also very cheap, and of course in Central America everybody raises theirs. It's one thing I saw when I went through Mexico, that everybody pretty much has a granja, or a little kind of area where they grow their fowl or their rabbit. In my country, which is Peru, what we eat a lot of in the rural areas is guinea pig. And I know that sounds kind of gross to most Texans and Americans pretty much, but it's really a very delightful dish, and it's also baked or broiled, and it's pretty much a delicacy. And the meat, of course, like all meat, tastes like rabbit. So it's not really that distinctive on flavor. So here's the meat. All you want to do is layer it down. The chicken should be a little bit cooked already. I'll put a little bit of comino into it. Like I said, it's always a good herb to use. And then our black beans, which I have some ready. Anyway, let's show you a trick. The black beans should be cooked, and they've been, remember, soaking for 24 hours at a very low heat with lots of comino and garlic. Basic ingredients to all our foods. And you want to smush them down and make them real soft. So we're going to layer it with black beans. Now there's another way you can fix this dish, and I'm just going to tell you about it. It's a Cuban style. And all that they do to add to this dish is put bananas. You can fry the bananas, or you can just simply peel them and bake them in there. It's a taste that I personally like. Bananas is also cheap and a very good product to use with all your meals. So I can recommend it. To add bananas to your food is a really interesting way of tasting. Now with this, you want to go ahead and get some cheese and also some olives. I hope that you have some tortillas around, because I always do. It's another thing that obviously we're always going to find in a Latin American, well actually we said Central American household. I'm going to add these olives on top of the beans. The olives is an idea that I pretty much added to this dish, and as you can see, this dish, you can just add all kinds of things. I've also seen people put just serrano peppers all over. I don't think I can get many of my Texans friends to just gobble that up, but the olives. Now, what we're going to do is going to put, on top of this, you can put provolone or mozzarella cheese or cheddar cheese. I used a mix of both and layered on top of here. And we're going to do that and put this in the oven and let it sit there for about 25 minutes at 300. Well, that's been easy so far, huh? The hard part sometimes is always cleaning up. I also want to remind you that chips are going to be necessary for this meal. Your good old Texas size chips. And this is going to be obviously for your pico de gallo. And we're also going to add a lime to the pico de gallo right before you serve it. It's always a good tasting thing. And if you have some picante around the house, that's always good to add into it. I think that I have some around here. I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Oh, picante. And the knife. Remember to save lots of lime for that extra beer that you're going to have help yourself after having some of my picante pico de gallo. I always have some extra of that too. It sure looks good and it smells great. It's perfect for the summer heat. And let's see how the food's going. I've also put my tortillas to warm up. So we'll have some tortillas on the side. I'll put the chips. And I guess everybody will remember what the parsley looks like and won't forget the difference between cilantro and parsley. I'm pulling the rest of this avocado because I'm going to go ahead and use it as an additive to this chicken dish. One thing I've learned in Texas is everybody uses leftovers for everything. So let's not waste the avocado and use it for a little bit of guac. The tortillas are going to hold the chicken, the black beans, the guac, and some sour cream. And basically you're going to have your own Tex-Mex taco. Let's put that into this bowl. Make a little guac. A trick I learned also in Texas is to use sour cream to make your guac just a little bit nicer consistency. I'm gonna smash this up. Cooking is so fun and relaxing. And a lot of my friends have shared some wonderful recipes with me. I hope that this will be one that you can pass along to someone else. Guacamole. A little bit of comino again, just a dash. As you can see, I'm using a lot of the same things that I've been using all along, the lemon and the avocado and the garlic. So it's just things that you would have around the house. Looks good. Nice and smooth. I'm getting hungry just making all this now. There. So what is all this going to look like? At this point, our chicken should be baking with our beans. And it's looking good. Let's see. It's cooked for at least 10 or 15 minutes now. But let me go ahead and show you just what it really will look like at the end. You want to bring your tortillas out, and you can have some refried beans, which is always nice. Your tortillas, and you put your cheese on top. Whoops. And that's basically a quick meal for my friends. So once you got your meal all cooked, all you want to do is put some of this stuff onto the tortilla. Use some of this sour cream, avocado, and pico de gallo. And you roll it up. And it's going to taste good. But lots of tortillas, lots of fun, and good days in the sun in Austin. Thanks for coming by. I really enjoyed sharing this meal with you, and I hope you pass it along. Have a good day. Ciao.
Peasant Fajitas. 1 dozen tortillas, 1 broiled chicken deboned, 1 can black olives pitted, 1/2 cup jack cheese grated, 1/2 cup cheddar cheese grated, 3 teaspoons Camino, 2 cups black beans cooked. Place chicken in baking dish and sprinkle with Camino. Add a layer of beans and olives and top with cheeses. Bake in 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. For the pico de gallo, 1 red onion chopped, 1 avocado cubed, 1 bunch cilantro chopped, 1 tomato cubed, 3 cloves garlic minced, 1 serrano pepper minced, 1 tablespoon picante sauce. Use a wooden spoon, mix the ingredients, and squeeze the juice of 1 lime over mixture and serve.